goes into the sensor hole. So you simply line. Now, mind you, look how I'm holding the tubing here, folding it back away.
Okay.
So I can hold this cassette, put it into place here, rotate it. Now I've got my finger on this. I still haven't touched the machine, and I can drop it underneath, and then let everything go and have the circulator do the rest.
Good.
Okay. This is our drain line, and it connects to our drain bag.
Blue to blue. I don't know what they'll have where you're going, but in the U.S. we have blue to blue.
Okay.
Then our handpiece connects up. Irrigation, vacuum.
You can't do it backwards.
Won't let you do it.
Won't let you. Okay.
On your handpiece, there should be some 2 arrows that are painted. These are, so click in. The tip will have a plastic cover on it, so you can tighten it, and then you wiggle it and pull it off. Don't do this, but you want to really just kind of wiggle it. It's very, very firm. Also in the kit comes a little handy wrench. This is designed to take the tip off.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is use it to tighten it up right now.
Okay.
Right? You take your.
You routinely do that? You routinely tighten it?
I never use that to tighten it. I always use this to remove it. Because you can't over tighten it.
Okay.
So the plastic one.
He's only doing it because the plastic thing isn't on this one.
Gotcha.
Yet.
So this guy we simply slide over top, and then you can pull down while you thread it. And for your eyeball, if that's about 1 millimeter, you're going to be close to where you need to be. So it's going to look like this. There are 2 steps in the needle, so you want it behind the first step.
Okay.
Okay. So if I look at that closely here, there it is behind the first step.
Okay.
Okay. Then I put my test chamber on, and it clicks. So now if it's on the other side of that, boop, it'll pop off. Okay, you want the handpiece to be in the resting position up like this, not flat, not down. Because an air bubble will catch in that chamber right there, and that little test in the tip cap sleeve, and when they use it, it blows it into the eyeball. So if it's turned like this, it's going to make sure there's no air bubbles in it. And that's true with all phaco handpieces.
Yeah, so if you have scrub techs that have scrubbed for cataract procedures before, they'll know to do that.
Okay. Now, on the end of this is going to be a little cap you have to remove, and on the end of this is a cap that is a bitch to remove.
Okay.
The trick is bend, and unscrew. If you just try pulling it or unscrewing it, you know, I'm going to get coffee and come back and you still will be starting.
Okay.
It's bend it and then untwist it.
Because you can't break it.
And then you put these 2 together. So sterile technique would be, if I had these in my hand, I would put them like this, all right? I would take this one off, and I would undo this one. If I had them this way, I would undo this one first, because I don't want to cross over something that I've already moved. Take them off, and then what you do is you just put them together, tight. All right?
Gotcha.
So the bottle now gets hung, and what I like to do with that is when you hang a bottle, pinch off that line and use your finger to hold it up there, and then squeeze that and fill it 3/4 full.
I gotta go deal with something at our booth. Call me if you need me.
All right.
Okay. Otherwise, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Sean.
All right, so then we hang that. So 3/4 full is good.
Good.
If you have it down here, then when the force of the water comes down, it'll hit air bubbles and force air bubbles down your line, and they'll show up in the eye.
Don't want that.
Okay, so if you're not sure where you are and you hit the reset, okay, there's 2 ways of priming this.
Okay.
One, if you're in the phaco mode and you hit pre-op, it'll fill all the tubing, it'll count down up to 100%, and then it'll automatically test the handpiece. If you're in INA and you hit pre-op, it'll only fill the tubing, and it'll stop. And then you go, oh my gosh, I didn't do it. You just go phaco and then hit test, and it will test the handpiece.
Okay.
So if the tubing's already full, there's no reason to go prime it again. Just hit test, done.
Okay.
All right, because that happens to me. So phaco mode, pre-op.
That's how we prime it.
That's how you prime it.
And then this should get it completely
I'm
full of.
looking to see here, why are we not dripping? All right, there it goes.
Okay, and then this should fill all the tubes with fluid.
Right?
Get all the bubbles out.
So I'm looking at this. I don't see a lot of fluid running. So I'm questioning what's going on. Is that open? That was pinched.
Oh.
Okay. So now look.
Tricky, man. Tricky.
So now look at it flowing.
Now it's flowing.
Okay. I never mind things going wrong when I teach,
No, it's good.
because that's where you know what's happening. So somebody had pinched that. All right. But notice it's not totally full, and it's doing the phaco test. All right.
So you're gonna have to push pre-op again to fill it all up, right?
Yeah. So
So just push. Can I push it again?
You can push it right again, yeah. You can see the little air bubbles that are in there. And it doesn't hurt if you're sterile when you're doing that. Now, if you notice all the lines are clear, if you were to touch pre-op now, it immediately go to test.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can save fluid.
That's good. So once you
So
push,
it goes up to 100.
so if you push phaco and then push pre-op, it will
Do
prime it
everything
and test
tune
it.
Exactly. You walk
Okay,
away.
Great. If I instead had been on INA
Right.
and pushed pre-op, it would only fill,
Correct.
and I would have to then go to phaco and push test,
Correct. And it would do just what you see here.
just the test part. So now it's testing. Basically, the
Testing
test.
active. And you can hear it.
Okay.
Test is okay. And then it's running. There
Okay.
we go.
The test basically just tests to see if there's fluid inside.
No, it actually tests the ultrasound and needle feedback.
Oh, okay. I understand.
If the needle's loose, it'll say test fail.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
you tighten the tip.
Okay.
So if there's
this
no
test
tip
it,
on it,
it would fail.
it would fail.
Okay. Great.
And just go right to test. It's repeating that same mode.
Great.
Now, you notice we use a lot of water for priming and stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
You can cool this machine so easily. In other words, have control over the fluid. What I see, and you know when they want to fill little bucket or little containers and stuff, someone filling up all the line already before I even did my priming. It's like, I'm using, then I do a whole freaking prime again and it uses a lot of water. So what I have them do is that you can hold this irrigation button, hold that in, and watch what happens to our pinch valve. Hold it in, it opened up the pinch valve. So now fluid is running. Release it, fluid stops. So that's how you can open and close the pinch valve. If I press it once, just press it once and release. Now you turn irrigation on, but notice it didn't open anything. But watch, as soon as I touch the foot pedal, now it's constantly open. So I have continuous irrigation. So this way, whenever they come off the pedal, they still have irrigation.
Gotcha.
But when they put it down, fluid's still flowing. So how do you stop it? Touch the heel. Push all the way down on the heel. All the way. And that shuts it off.
So now the irrigation.
But now it's always in continuous irrigation mode. I turn it on.
So you can do
I
it
get
again.
irrigation.
Push it back, and then it's stopped. Okay.
I don't want continuous irrigation. Stop that continuous irrigation. Touch irrigation. Now off. So when I touch it, it opens. When I release it, it closes.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Cool. And that's true in phaco mode, right? 'Cause
That's
it's going to be doing that
in any of
phaco.
them. So if
Any
I'm
mode.
in irrigation,
Yeah.
bip means that you got irrigation.
Now
It shuts it off.
then I push it off. Okay.
That's going to be a common thing to use. And if you press and hold it,
You can fill it just.
it opens up so you can fill stuff. And it won't stay open. When you release your finger, it releases.
Gotcha. So you're saying this is something I could use to trick the machine to fill everything with fluid, and then I could hit pre-op after. Is that what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying is, yeah, that's one way to do it, so you can fill things up. But you have air in the line, so it's going to take a while. So here's something that I think they do that is so clever. They go to the irrigation mode and they hit pre-op. Fluid is flowing, okay? They fill up their stuff and they connect it to the handpiece. Fluid goes in there. As soon as they see the fluid going in there, they stop pre-op, phaco, test. And you use the least amount of water.
Gotcha.
As long as there's water on there. So I prime it to where I want to stop, and then use the phaco to do my test.
Okay.
As long as there's water in there, you can do your test.
Okay.
If there's air beyond there, doesn't matter.
Good. All right, makes sense.
So that is setting this machine up.